but instead it's going to be a Fiora. So a lot more selfish, a lot more potentially side lane focused as well. But also with the ability to just block off a counter-strike if Jax just decides to jump in recklessly. Oh wait, hold on. No, 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 that's not a Jax top. That is not a Jax top. Now, I don't know if that's better. Honestly, I doubt that's better. But instead it's going to be Mark on his Sejuani against the Fiora. Now, what do these pings mean exactly? Are Chaotic Disposition looking for an invade, or is it just them stacking? Okay, they're not actually doing any of that. They are just looking to spread, while Iverngers are the ones who are actually stacking. Perhaps expecting Chaotic Disposition to invade from this angle, but nothing of the sort. I think Chaotic Disposition correctly recognized that Iverngers are pretty scary at level 1 if you face check into them, so they do not want to take that risk. Christian already set up in this furthermost brush in the top lane from his perspective. Just looking for aggressive trades as quickly as possible. I mean, level 1 is not much that Mark can really do in response, if you think about it. I mean, I imagine he started W? Or no, he actually hasn't... He hasn't selected his skill yet. So if he starts Q, maybe he can get away from any kind of trade. But then he won't really have anything to respond with when it comes to the level 1 push. And there we go. The level 1 trade commences, and Christian will dodge out on some of that damage. And this is pretty much what we're going to see most of the time, just Christian hunting for those vitals relentlessly. Mark having to cede the push pretty much every time, it feels like. He's not running Ignite either. Meanwhile, mid lane should also be pretty uneventful, unless the junglers are involved. Vygar has to wait quite a while to get to a point where he can actually get good trades off. Really good root from Kill of Vanilla, followed up by Howlitzer's damage. I mean, this is a bot lane that will have value no matter what. Even if they do fall behind a little bit, I don't think they should sweat. I don't think they should sweat it at all. I think they'll be just fine. I mean, you don't want to be like 50 CS behind or something, but... Yeah, we already see Mark falling to dangerous levels of HP, already down on all of his potions. And the wave is pushing away from him as well. This is really bad. This is a really bad spot to be in. And I feel like... yeah, Gulungulate on this Jax will have to bail him out at some point. And even then, it could end up in a trade of kills. I feel like this is a spot where Christian could potentially be looking to contest the push and make Sejuani's life as uncomfortable as possible. Ooh, big trade down bot. Flash forced out from Duke of Jamming. Decent trade back, but the damage is done. Owls are burning both of his summoners, actually. And like I've already called out, Majax will assist Sejuani in the push. And Christian understands that that was indeed a possibility. He decides against playing aggressive there. Now we have Vi against the Jackson, a potential 2v2, but that counter-strike means the Vi should probably not be looking for a direct engagement. Probably just chill and wait until 6. Meanwhile, Duke of Jamming onto mid, but nice dodges from Tenshi to dissuade them from moving forward. Vi was also there, but Tenshi expertly dodges away from every kind of danger there was, including the Vigar cage. And any kind of gank that he dodges is worth its weight in gold here. Plenty of respect given to the Nautilus. I think it's quite easy to see why. I mean, Hui's able to follow up on any kind of CC from Nautilus very easily. Yeah, Mark is already in a situation where he's quite far behind in terms of CS. And it's only going to get worse. He might be able to buy a Bramble Vest, but it's not going to mean much. Queen Jiafei going in for the gank, but it's a counter from Gulungulate. And will we see a kill from either side? Looks like we won't, although Nautilus may be able to get a hook down onto one of the members of Iverngers, and that will be followed up by more damage. But that will only result in flashes blown. No kills down bot. But Chaotic Disposition, I feel like they are feeling pretty happy about how it turned out. They are the ones who force summoners at the end of the day. The Hui is still... he still has his flash available. Now, can they push this in time is the question. It looks like Seraphine will not be able to stop this from happening. So, yeah. Chaotic Disposition with another good play. But still no kills on the board. And to top it all off, Vi secures the dragon as well. Yeah, I don't think Mark can hope for anything on the side here. The grand challenge is going to come out from the Fiora. Just one more auto is needed. He flashes to dodge the bola. Really nicely done from Christian Simeone. And yeah, the star of his team gets another solo kill for himself. In a matchup where he was very confident he would win, he's doing exactly that. Now, having this Fiora be this far ahead will do wonders for Chaotic Disposition, as they will look to spread out Iverngers as much as possible. I mean, this side lane threat, it has to mean that someone will have to answer the Fiora in the side lane at some point. And if it's someone like Smolder, then that's just even better for CHD. But now we see a potential skirmish brewing topside river. Does Iverngers still want to fight this? I don't know if they need to fight it. I would advise against it if I were in their situation. It's a very strong top laner. The Longulate is posturing, but yeah, just a little bit of damage from Smolder is all that they can do. And CHD take advantage of the top side of the map that is strong for them, but now they go for a play on the other side, but it's actually a trade of kills. Well played from ICW to get a kill back. And can Senna win the 1v1 here? Continues to move forward. Oh, the hook is flashed away from, but actually that doesn't put Duke of Jamming in tower rage somehow. I was convinced that it would, but Nautilus avoids the damage. And 1-for-1 is all it's going to be. Oh, no way! Caught sleeping in the shop. The QW from Hui lands in the Arcane Comet is what kills Howlitzer. Ouch. And that's an extra kill for Hui that definitely could have been avoided. We'll see if if Iverngers can get something back here. But the fear from Wei is very effective and when it comes to self-peel. No danger for Aura as long as Golongulate does not have flash. Yeah, Golongulate looking for action. Like anywhere he can find it, but not doing so much farming as he perhaps should be doing. We're talking about a Jax who is pretty dependent on his items to actually perform well as a champion. Triforce is an expensive item, as we all know. Right now, he's definitely behind compared to Levi. What a nice sequence though from Iverngers, and it forces out Nautilus to run away along with the Hui. The counter engage from Iverngers is certainly there. It's very effective. It's definitely going to make Duke of Jamming think twice about his engages. Jax coming in for the dank, and Christian Simeone does not block the important ability in time, but he has enough health to maybe survive this. No, he can't. The flashes from Iverngers come in just in time, and they want to continue. But Bekla is here with the roam. How much can Iverngers get done? It's a double kill for Golongulate. Eventually, it will turn into a 2v1, but here comes Tenshi flying in across the pit. And he will get that extra kill. Iverngers Civil War. Get a 3-for-1 in that instance. Massive sequence for the team. Tenshi getting a kill. Golongulate getting 2. Pretty much all that you could ask for. Just like in the game versus TY for Tutorial, Iverngers are fighting back. Actually finding leads in those skirmishes. Smolder's in a very good position if you think about it, and they will be heavily reliant on that champion to win team fights. Post from Christian, but the aftershock means that Sejuani's not taking much damage. Much at all, really. I mean, Bramble Vest also helps. Ravenous Hydra is there for Christian Simeone, so he can just continue to trade with Reckless Abandon. But as I say that, There is a big fight in bot lane. Gulongulate wants to get at least one kill, but he will be denied. The Senna shield keeps him alive though, and he jumps back in for the kill. He's gonna survive as well. The teleport from Tenchi is gonna kill off the Vi. No! He misses with the W, and then he gets feared. In the nick of time, Aura on fire saves his jungler, but Iverngers' Civil War Bear showing fangs right now, although Tenchi could be looking at a dead dragon, or we could be looking at a dead Hui in just a moment. No, it will be Veigar catching a Senna with the event horizon. So CHD responding to aggression effectively. It's a 1-for-1 trade down in bot. Good trading from Mark right here. Really taking advantage of the fact that he has Bramble Vest. Dissuading Christian from queuing him in tower range. That is one way to prevent the tower from going down. But I feel like it's only a matter of time before it happens. Despite all the things that happened bot lane, CHD are still looking quite comfortable. Both of their mages sporting 2 kills. Fiora is still in a very good spot. Things are going just fine for them. But is it enough of a lead to remain comfortable as Aura is going to fire off his whole combo, and that forces out the flash from the Senna? It just had to be. It would have been a kill otherwise. Mark has to be careful when moving along the lane like this. Barut is going to catch both members of CHD, but it's not going to matter because it's 2 kills for them on this dive. They got exactly what they came for. They finally took advantage of the fact that they had priority in this lane. They crashed waves on the turret, but jungler comes in, and that is a cleanly executed dive that puts CHD further ahead, now looking at 3,000. Mark just doing what he can to keep the wave away from the turret. And it does delay what Christian Simeone is able to do, but the riposte is going to stun him for a long time, and that forces the all-in from Christian. You just need an extra bit of damage to secure the kill, but he's going to fall to the tower. It's a 1-for-1 at the end of the day. Can Iverngers keep this tower alive is the question. Looks like for now it will be the tower left standing. Now Mark is itemizing so much armor for his top lane matchup, but still no magic resist to speak of. So he could be in for a rude awakening when it comes to these teamfights. If he's even allowed to get to teamfights. I mean, right now he's just has to be top lane. He didn't even get one opportunity to move away from his lane. Now Christian Simeone using his TP, and that's just going to be a tower falling for CHD very soon. And we're already looking at a 5,000 gold lead. It's still not something Iverngers should be necessarily sweating over, but they have to be careful about the kinds of fights they choose to take. Right now it mostly should be about damage control, because they do have the champions that will shine if you give them enough time. Smolder is continuing to catch waves, continuing to gain stacks. If you look at his stacks right now, it's 155 at 18 minutes. Looking pretty good. Oh. Christian a bit isolated from his team, but he does have his support close by. But Nautilus making sure that Iverngers don't get any ideas about trying to come in. Wade coming in for his combo. But Iverngers do have a fair amount of healing down bot lane, so the damage might not stick all that well. The Encore forced out, as well as the Dawning Shadow from the Senna. Gulongulate coming in, but he has no follow-up whatsoever. That was way too deep. Now Backla flashing in for his Baleful Strike last hit. And just like that, CHD get 2 kills in a tower. Yeah, this is the kinds of engagement that feels like Iverngers, they should be avoiding those, but felt like Gulongulate chose to go in that situation and he paid the price quite heavily. But here comes the Mom ultimate from Smolder, just about misses on the way. CHD is still eager to fight. The CC coming in from Nautilus won't result in a kill. Plenty of action. Tenshi very eager to get another kill on his tally. 193 CS. Gulongulate coming in for the steal, but the Dragon is very low on HP. I mean, very high on HP still. Like, he went in too early. And yeah, Gulongulate, even though he has those Merc Treads, he's not able to withstand the damage coming in from both mages, who are very much on the wealthy side when it comes to gold. Wait, with 4 kills and 9 CS per minute, that is a very, very scary sight. Iverngers need more time, and it feels like they're not doing the greatest job of buying themselves more time. The late game is there. The late game promise is there, but these mages are, they're just like, they're both menaces right now. Oh, but hold on. Aura might just be in trouble here. The Bola comes out from Sejuani. The Smolder will kill the Hui, but the Senna will fall in return, so it's a 1-for-1. Also, CHD managing to kill off the Jax once again. The Gulongulate just keeps dying time after time without his team being able to assist him, really. So it's going to be awkward for Iverngers with this Fiora still around. Like, who's going to be able to help her? I mean, sorry, contain Fiora in the side lane. I mean, Mark right now, he wanted to continue the fight, but there's not much Smolder can do in this instance to fight all 3 people. And that's another death. That was perhaps not necessary at all. Christian has to flash away from the Encore, but he does get the tower. That is another big sack of gold heading his way. Highest level in the game, obviously. Looking very strong indeed. The root will land onto the Senna, the QW also landing afterwards, but Aura, feeling mighty confident in the enemy jungle, finally pays the price for his hubris, and ICW get a kill. I don't think it's going to result in much. Queen Jaffe still looking for more. Onto Howitzer on the Senna, but perhaps a little bit premature. Christian Simeone onto the backline. Can ICW keep the backline alive here? The answer is no. CHD just continue to kill one after another. It's 4 kills for the leading team in UNL Season 11. The team fighting is just too strong right now. The mages are too strong. 11,000 gold up. They are absolutely ruthless. And Bekla gets another. Onto the bottom inhibitor in 24 minutes. The perfect inhibitor to take if you're looking at Baron. And that objective is still up. Lungulate just clearing his jungle, but I don't think he realizes just how close he is to the enemy. ICW trying to get some vision in here, but it's so difficult to face check right now. CHD head towards the Baron. And I think Iverngers they just accept the fact that they are not in a position to fight. Instead, they will just opt to defend in their own base. This is also Cloud Soul coming up. I don't know if now that Baron is already taken by CHD, this could easily become a game-ending push if Iverngers lose this fight. So I don't know if you want to be in this situation. I mean, they are still positioning on the dragon, but I don't think, you know, their posturing. They are not as strong as they seem. The way they're posturing, it doesn't feel like they have a chance to fight. Especially when Smolder is not out there yet dealing damage. Now he's finally possibly able to get a kill down, but Christian Simeone still in the base, while CHD are just winning the fight outright. With Vigar and Hui just absolutely dictating how the fights go. It's Smolder against Vi here, but Vi is too tanky. She's just taking the cues to the face. It does not matter one bit. CHD will keep their win streak alive at 6-0 in the standings.